Gallery, and I'm thrilled to see so many people here tonight. Thank you all for coming. And I want to congratulate everybody that's in this show. It was very, very tough competition. For those of you who don't know anything about Archway, we are an artist-owned cooperative gallery. And this is an opportunity for us to open up our gallery to artists from all over the Houston region. And I really thank all of you for applying and getting into this gallery. It's fantastic to have you here tonight. As I said, we're artist-owned, and I'll tell you, we're always looking for a few good artists. So if you like what you see here today, come and talk to us. We'd love to have you a part of our team. Let's see, what do I want to do next? I think I want to thank Becky for doing all this great work. Becky Soya has helped organize this. She's done a great job for doing this couple years. It's fabulous. It has gone smoothly and seamlessly. We're very, very thrilled. What I'd like to do now is I'd also like to introduce Liz Spencer, one of our artist members, is going to say a few words about Frank's Alzheimer's handbook.
I have to read this because I didn't write it. I met Frank through Kirk Ferris. Some of you know Kirk Ferris. The blank looks on some faces indicate that you need to know him if you don't. He hangs out in Brazil, and I went in there one day to have coffee with him, and Frank was sitting and talking with him, and Frank and I managed to sit for another 2-3 hours and talk because I was fascinated with the story of all of the work that he's doing with the Buffalo Bayou Project and the Endangered Species Media Project. Frank is a native Texan. He received his degree in fine arts at the University of Texas, and he did graduate studies at U of H. He has produced educational fine arts and film exhibitions, including juried shows that have toured throughout Texas and North America. He is currently the chair of the National Heritage Program for the Harris County Historical Commission. He is president of the Buffalo Bayou Project and the Endangered Species Media Project. He has served on the board of directors for Earthshare of Texas and the Citizens Environmental Coalition. And if you get a chance to corner him and ask him about the trip that he took on a canoe down Buffalo Bayou during the drought, and to see the film that he made during that canoe trip, it's worth the conversation, I promise you. And I'd like to at this time turn the mic over to Frank.
I'd like to thank Archway Galleries for interest in Houston's premier waterway and for the opportunity to talk about the tenuous situation of Buffalo Bayou. Buffalo Bayou is a living history and so much more. However, Harris County wants to bulldoze the ecosystem just as it has on other bayous. Conservationists are offering proven ways to preserve this natural heritage. Most of you have been to the pedestrian bridge that crosses Buffalo Bayou at the Museum of Fine Arts Bayou Bend facility. The natural habitat includes the bird sanctuary there and is part of a living legacy that Miss Ima Hogg and Miss Terry Hershey fought to preserve for over half a century. Birds roost and delicate flora grows along the forested banks. Buffalo Bayou is part of a central flyway for birds during spring and fall migration. If this local treasure is eliminated, we will be losing a truly unique natural heritage. Houstonians need to know that this urban wilderness is in danger. The Buffalo Bayou Project and Houston Sierra Club are developing a series of public events to stop Harris County's plan. If you're interested in helping to stop the destruction there, please contact us at www.vanishingwildlife.com for our email and phone numbers. And we really thank you guys. The postcard that Archway published is a picture that I took right there looking upstream from Bayou Bend to the bird sanctuary, and if you've seen that image, it's a beautiful closed canopy forest, and that's all going to be bulldozed if we don't stop it. And we really appreciate the chance to make this situation known. We think we have solutions that can stop this, but it's always tough when you're fighting Harris County. And so if you guys want to join in or want to attend any of the public meetings that we're going to have on the subject, Rice University is going to be housing a green film night at their media center also. Please contact us. Again, we're at vanishingwildlife.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Frank. I want to point out again that if you see some painting or some work here that you love and you buy it, 30% of that sale will go to support the Buffalo Bayou Project. Help us save the Buffalo Bayou. After we make our announcements, there is a small brochure of the show. I won't give it to you now, because it's got the answers on it. I don't want anybody leaking it to the media and then flying to Moscow, okay? So please be sure to get one of these before you leave tonight. I'd also like to point out what our prizes are. Our first prize is $500. And not only that, but the next month, you get the privilege of hanging your work here at Archway Gallery as a guest artist. That's very unique for any competition that I'm aware of in this city. Second prize is $250. Third prize is $150. And we have a bunch of honorable mentions for $50. So I thank all of you again for applying and for supporting this wonderful cause. At this point, I would like to introduce our juror who did a fantastic job of hanging this show. We had over 250 entries in this show. 251. This place was packed, let me tell you. And it took Patrick hours to go through all of this work and select the 50 works that you see here at the front of the gallery. I commend him on the great work and the patience he had in doing all of this. And a fabulous job. Those of you who don't know Patrick, he is the Dean of the Class L School of Art. And at this point, I'd like him to make a few words about this wonderful show. Thank you, Patrick.
First off, we need to thank these two. They made it so easy. They're so organized. It was wonderful coming in and doing that. I came in Wednesday morning, was it, or Thursday? Thursday morning. The whole gallery, every wall was 4 deep with paintings. I should have turned around and walked. I wanted to start crying. There were so many pieces here. And then, but in my mind, I thought it was going to be this whole space, and I thought, oh, that's going to be easy. But then they said it was just this one area, and I had a little bit more space back in there. So basically, they said I could do about 40 pieces. I think I managed to squeeze in 50 pieces. It was really hard. The thing I want to stress here is that the pieces that got in the show were personal favorites of mine. But I could have put together probably an equally comparable show of 50 more pieces. The quality of the work was so strong that this show isn't really about good or bad, which is more of what struck me as not only a painter but also as a teacher. So I was looking for several things. I was looking for content first and foremost. What did the pieces say to me? How well did they use color and value? What were their skills in mark making? There were some excellent paintings that were entered or submitted that I didn't necessarily think that were beautifully painted, but maybe not saying anything innovative or new to me. So it was a real tricky situation of figuring out how much space did I have and what was I trying to show through my eyes. There was, I think any juror is creating a little miniature piece of art by the incorporating the individuals into a collective.
Could you talk about a bit louder, please?
I'll try to hold this close. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
There you go.
I hate these things. the whole show, I was trying to make it look, have some continuity to the show. So I've judged many shows, and I did this one a little bit differently, or maybe more refined than my past shows. I pulled out all the ones that struck me as yes, all my yeses and all my maybes, and we laid them all out, and this whole area was jammed with pieces. And then I went wall by wall and created neighborhoods of the paintings. So I thought it was really important that the pieces not only were strong pieces individually, but also strong pieces in relationship to the neighbors, and then as a total cohesive exhibition. There were many pieces that I pulled out that I thought were really strong, that either I didn't have room for, or I couldn't get them to be neighborly. And so I like really relaxed shows where there's lots of wall space, but in this case I wanted to include as many pieces as I could. So you can see a lot of the stuff is piggyback. There's stuff on corners around. So I tried to use every square inch I could. So the pieces were beautiful, and I really, it was hard. It was wonderful saying yes to the 50, but it was hard saying no to the 201 that didn't get in. So, but anyway, it was a great pleasure during the great work. So then after all that, then they said I had to figure out who was going to get the awards, and then I had to write a statement. So it didn't end. So the 6 honorable mentions aren't in any other order than alphabetical, so they're not indicating good or bad. So I did manage to squeeze in 1 extra honorable mention. There's 6 of them. So Talia Arvisa, is she here? Will you point at your piece?
I have 2 pieces over there. They're 2 photographs of artwork.
I love that.
Congratulations. Thank you.
The next one is Terry Crump.
Yeah, it's over on the back wall.
Congratulations, Terry. Great job.
The big colorful one with the birds on that back wall. Jack Farrell.
And your piece?
Totem pole, the recycled iron.
Thank you.
The next honorable mention, Linda Harms.
She's not. I can accept her.
Which piece is hers?
She's over here with the little girl with the magic wand.
Oh, yeah. Charlie Sarvo.
All right.
And your piece? Can you point out your piece?
It's Scarlet Davis.
Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Painting over here. Red. And the last one.
And the last honorable mention, C. Miguel Unson.
Yeah, there he is.
There it is.
His piece is right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the 3rd place, Susan Subjet.
Spute.
Susan Spute, are you here?
She's here.
Susan?
Here she is.
Right here.
Second place, Rosella Owens.
Rosella Owens. Congratulations, Rosella. What's your point answer piece to everybody?
It's the piano.
The piano painting, okay.
And lastly, first place goes to Abigail McLaren. Will you tell everybody else?
Yeah, it's the mother and child.
Oh, the very end.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to everybody. See you next year.